Hello and welcome to my tech support channel. Today I will show you how you can enable multi-factor authentication in for your tenant. So for that, first of all, you have to go to entra.microsoft.com. We will use option 1. Like option 1, what I say is that we can enable multi-factor authentication per user, or option 2 is we can create a conditional access policy for you all user. We can exclude some, we can include group of peoples, and many other good options in it. So first of all, you have to go to entra.microsoft.com and then uh, go to protection and then multi-factor authentication. So here you go. And if you can't find it here, then you can search it, multi-factor authentication. The search type multi-factor authentication, click on it, and then you see configure additional cloud-based multi-factor authentication setting. Click on it. Once you click on it, then you will see the user in your tenant and status if MFA multi-factor authentication is enabled or disabled for them. So in this case, I am just enabling it for one user only. So what I say, just select the user ID and then click on enable MFA. Once you click on it, then it will give you a option that if user do not regularly sign in through the browser, then we can give them this link, and this link basically will take user to the login page where users can users can enable user can scan the QR code and in their authenticator app and enable it. So, and the link is very simple. It is aka.ms/mfa setup. So I say okay, enable it. So it is showing you notification on the top right corner, and now you can see it says multi-factor authentication was enabled successfully. So for this user, you can see the status is changed to enable now. And this is the first way. And the second way is that you can go to portal.azure.com and then go to Microsoft Entra ID, and then go further down, click on security, and then in security go to protect and then click on conditional access. And once you click on conditional access, oh, and the main requirement for creating conditional access policy and for multi-factor authentication is that you have to have Microsoft Entra ID premium lessons assigned, or configured. So once you click on conditional access, so it is pulling up few things. Now you can see the portal for conditional access policy creation. So click on create a new policy, and once it is open, You have to enter the name of the policy. So name have to be specific so that you know why we created this policy. In my case, I am saying a company initial, uh, and company initial is like PG, and then multi-factor authentication require access to sensitive data, and that's why I am creating it. And then I have to click on users and group, and in this case I am enabling it for all users, and you can select group of users as well here. And once you click on users and group, then it will you can see all the groups in your uh, tenant and select the users you want to have conditional access policy applied to. But in my case, what I want is to include all users. And in case if I want to exclude some users, then I click on exclude and then either select the role, directory role, guest, external user, or users and groups, and same select the user whom I want to exclude from multi-factor authentication. So I'm not excluding anyone at the moment, but before applying this policy, you will see that there is a condition not met at the moment. Says it looks like you are about to manage your organization security condition. That's great, and you must first disable security default before enabling conditional access policy. So if I click on the disable security default, then I just click on it. At the moment it is enabled, which is by default. I just click here and say disable it, and then I say okay, my organization is planning to use conditional access, and save it. And again it is say, are you sure you want to disable? Yes, disable it, man. Oh, that's good. And now successfully disable security default policy. After disabling the default security, um, I am back to the same spot, and say okay, click on users, and I want to double check if all users are selected. No. Okay, select all users. Don't lock yourself out. This policy will affect all of your users. We recommend. Okay, no problem. And then click on target resource. In this case I don't have any target resource, and network condition selected. So in this case condition, which is, there are many conditions we can check here, but we don't want location, filter for devices now. So no conditions is okay. A grant, okay. Click on grant, and then it says require multi-factor authentication. Grant access, okay. And all selected controls select. And then click on enable the policy. So in the grant, when I clicked on it, just to make sure that I selected grant access and require multi-factor authentication, and then select, which is good. It is selected, and then under Okay, access control is okay. Check. And then enable the policy. Okay, create. Now creating policy is already created. Wonderful. So that's how the policy is created. Now we can turn it off.